Hey guys, Shanice here with a Watch Me Work video. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to watch me create these blue light stargazing nails, just stay tuned. And first, I start by pushing back my cuticles. And under me, you see I am using my Valentino Pure Dust Free. I love that thing. So the first bit I start off with is the 101 cuticle bit. I have my e-file set to forward because I typically work right to left because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you will work left to right. But as you can see, I'm only working on the left half of my cuticles. Then I take my e-file, I shut it off, and then I put it in reverse. Therefore, I can now work on the right side of my cuticle, really getting that right side. And I like to do this on myself and all of my clients. It makes me feel like I get a better edge on the cuticle growth on the nail plate. Some people like to just keep it in one motion, like either forward or reverse. Now the second bit that I'm using, I am using it in forward on my e-file, is the ball bit. I like to take this ball bit. You do not put this on the nail plate. You are actually just touching the cuticle. It's helping push back cuticles just as good as a cuticle pusher, but this actually flakes off that dead skin that is hanging there. Then I take a sanding band and I tickle the nail plate. You see me on my index finger, I had a little leftover acrylic and you see me working that out. I'm not putting that much pressure. The speed is not up and I'm lightly tickling the nail plate. You just want to etch the nail plate well enough that product can adhere to the natural nail. Again, do not put pressure. I am letting the weight of the drill actually do the work. I'm on a low speed. It looks aggressive because it's sped up. There you go. You want it to look like that. Here I'm using my new fun little brush that I got from the Pottle. And it looks like a little rose and it's matte. You understand how much I really wanted that matte black. But it's so cute. It's so fun and so soft. I then take this surgical brush that I douse in alcohol and I brush excess dust from the nail plate and I wait for that to dry. Here I'm taking my E-Nail Couture nail forms. I love these forms so much. It seems like they keep switching them every once in a while, but in all reality, I still love these. Here I'm taking my scissors and I'm customizing the form so it can fit my nail shape. I typically do this. You highly recommend doing this for people with high hyperonychiums. Just to get the form placement just right. So when I put it on, I look at it at different angles. I play with it and make sure that I have it where I want it. You can see right here that it's touching the free edge and it's going straight out, and that's what you want to see. After I do that, I take Valentino's Nail Prep Dehydrator. And when on a client, you will want to do this after you place all your forms or however many forms you're going to do at the moment, because you don't want to accidentally touch the nail plate and oil gets on the nail plate and you have to reapply. After that, use Young Nails Protein Bond. I go in with one coat of Protein Bond on all nails. Today, I'm going to be using Valentino's 136, I believe it's from Radiolights collection, and then Wildflowers, Stars, and Miracle. Look how pretty these are. Yay! Okay, so here I am applying my second protein bond with my Light Elegance acrylic brush in a size 12. I grab a generous bead of clear acrylic so that I can build out the tip of the nail. I am going to build this out to the length that I want, and I am going to the number 8 on these forms. So here I am smoothing it out. You want it to be thin, but not too thin. And you want to make sure that your side walls are there, and just doing a really nice application of acrylic on while forming helps cut down the fouling time. So I then take another bead of clear acrylic once my tip is finished, and I place this at the cuticle area on the nail bed because I want the complete nail to have a clear base first before I add my Valentino 136 from Radiolights. Now I'm about to add Radiolights. I've used the Radiolights collection. They're amazing. If you use this solely, it becomes overpowering. It's still super cute. I love that look, but this is not the look that I'm going for today. Today, I just wanted it to be feathered in very lightly. So I'm taking a more wetter bead of the 136 and I apply it over the whole nail, sparingly, brushing and not really patting, just making sure that it's really on there. After that, I take a very wet bead of clear acrylic and I brush that over the nail. I pick up the stars and I place it strategically where I want it to be. Starting off with like the bigger piece and then, gradient it down to the smaller pieces where they could fit. These are so cute. I cannot wait to top coat it. There I go with the tiniest star. They're so cute. So after this, you want to pick up, I typically end cap, not all in one. Some people use like one beads. I typically end cap starting kind of like how I built the nail from the tip down, and then I do cuticle. You want to pick up a generous bead of clear acrylic and you want it to be fairly wet. You don't want to be too dry that when you place it, it doesn't move when you are end capping, and you also don't want it to be too dry where it creates air bubbles, and that can also cause the design to look foggy, and that's what you don't want it to do. You want to work fairly wet, but not too wet that you just chasing after your product. Then you want to take another bead and you want to go from the cuticle connecting to where you finish end capping. From there, you're building the strength of your nail. Always turn your nail to the side to double check that you're not missing any product on side walls. There's not any dips in the center. As you can see, I had a dip in the center and I added another bead, and I'm backstroking and stroking that out to blend too. You just want to make sure that the nail has enough strength and your apex is there. I cannot say any other, like any advice that you take away from here today is protein bond. I swear by it. Protein bond is amazing. It's like liquid gold, especially if you utilize it really well. Like I said, going through, let's say if you are a fast nail tech, you go and you work all 10 nails. You would protein bond all after dehydrating all 10 nails. You will protein bond all 10 nails. So you'll protein bond the first hand, protein bond the second hand. While you're protein bonding the second hand, the first hand had time to dry a little. Therefore, when you come back to the first hand that you protein bond, you would do it again. This promotes a great base for enhancements to adhere to. Here I am applying the thin layer of the 136, making sure that it's floating on top and not too like chunky in areas. Applying the cuticle bead as close as possible, not right at the cuticle, but close enough that I push it to the cuticle and swipe downwards. Making sure I clean up any side walls and cuticle area with my brush before it dries, because you don't want to not clean up any and then product get on the skin and then it dries, and when you file there's an air pocket. That air pocket can lead to multiple problems. You don't want that. Follow me on Instagram at Any Mini Nails. Information is in the description box below. I am going to let you watch me work. So yeah, guys, I'm just repeating steps, customizing the form to the nail that I'm placing it on, laying a clear base, and applying Valentino's radial lights right on top. Then placing wildflower stars and end capping. My pinky gives me such a hard time. I don't know if it's anybody else. Please let me know below if I'm not the only one that the pinky gives you a hard time building, sculpting, filing, the pinky just be like, and I'll be like, no girl, you gonna get this nail.
You to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be true, we can be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel.
Okay, so here I pinched the form too much, so you see me kind of fixing it and pressing it out so that the tip wasn't so tight. I want a coffin shape, but I don't want it too tapered. Sorry that I'm out of frame. I was just going and didn't even realize. I'm so excited for the end result. I just love, like, I used to say my favorite part of doing nails is top coating, which is probably still true. My favorite part of doing nails is top coating. Because you see the finished product, especially if you do end cap things like this. So right here, as you can see, there's a little gap between where my free edge and the form meets. I'm going to take a little bit of acrylic and place it just right there. I'm placing it not too wet and not too, just a little bit more drier than you would normally place beads, because I don't want it to move. I kind of want it to stay where I place it. And then I just swipe it and blend it into the already existing acrylic. Here I go. Time to file. Sorry, my angle for filing is horrible. I try to capture how I file. I make sure that product is not on the skin before I file. Oh, and quick tip for files, new files, because you should be using new files on every client. You want to, most cuticle pushers have like a jagged body. I take that, the jagged part of the body of the cuticle pusher, and I scrape the edges of the file to de-sharpen them. The worst thing you can do is just be going in on filing this perfect shape and you accidentally slice them. Here I'm showing you the C curve. Love that C curve. I typically, after filing, take a sanding band and just finish file my nails. I go around the cuticle and down the body, and I'm just just finish filing. I'm not really taking bulk off with the sanding band. I'm just, you know, giving it a smooth surface. And this is why I was saying it's so important to lay your acrylic as neat as you can on the form so that it helps prevent having to file as much. Looking down the barrel of the nail, make sure you feel and touch the nail so you can feel any grooves or lumps and bumps. So you can double check that. Here's that pinky again, giving me trouble. We're almost there, guys. So once again, this Valentino Beauty Pure dust collector is amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Brush, 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 brush. Now I'm using my Valentino's non-white top coat. It just gives it a shine of no other. Look at that puppy. Oh, it's so beautiful. No, but it's so cute. I love clear nails. And this Valentino 136 gives it a like blue fairy sparkle. And then bam, there goes a cute little star. I'm so excited about this set. So you definitely want to make sure you don't get top coat on the skin, because if it cures on the skin, it just promotes lifting and peeling, and you want a perfect application after all of that hard work you did sculpting those nails and filing. You want to make sure you're doing your best at polishing and not doing too much bulkiness. Yee! I then place my hands in the LED lamp for 30 seconds. And look how shiny those are. These are one of my favorite sets I've ever done on myself. It's so girly, it's so cute. I love clear, and these are amazing. I definitely have an idea for what I'm putting on top. Stay tuned to the next video. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.